B2B would be way more fun if it was more like watching the latest Netflix series and less like watching that educational DVD your high school teacher rolled into the classroom on that giant TV stand. An hour of Netflix feels way more exciting than an hour of high school. And an hour of high school feels a lot like navigating a B2B purchase. Everyone on both sides of the transaction feels it too. It's so frustrating. I talk to teams, a lot of teams, who feel very stuck because of their content. They have years of posts and guides and PDFs, but they're not sure any of it is helping buyers actually move forward. And honestly, it's not because the content is bad, it's usually because buyers cannot find the good parts. Most B2B buyers consume content in streaks. They do it during a research window when they have a problem to solve, a tool to evaluate, or a project to prepare for. Gartner, Forrester, even LinkedIn's B2B Institute have all pointed to the same consumption pattern. Buyers do bursts of self-education, often across multiple pieces of content in one sitting. They jump from search to your website, then from one article to another, and then back to their inbox or Slack where someone sent them a link. You know this yourself. You've probably done it at least a dozen times this year. That pattern matters because it means the buying experience is not shaped by one piece of content. It is shaped by the path between multiple useful pieces of content. Right now, most B2B sites do not give buyers a path. They give buyers a reverse chronologically ordered list of articles in a blog archive, as though that's something to be read in sequence. It looks organized on the screen, but it doesn't really match how people evaluate products or ideas. It creates friction. It puts the burden on the buyer to figure out where to go next. Compare that to how platforms like Netflix guide viewers through a series. When they want you to watch a show, man, they really make you want to watch that show. They put that thumbnail in every single row of the navigation. And once you're in, they make it easy to keep watching with cliffhangers and auto-playing episodes. They do everything so it's easy for you, the viewer. They even remember where you left off, so you always know where to jump right back in. Your content can do the same thing, and it does not require this full website rebuild or a whole new content strategy. Here's how to do it. Start by looking at your analytics. Find the pieces that people return to. Maybe these pieces answer a core question. Maybe they explain a technical concept very clearly. Maybe they come up often on sales calls. These pieces are like the foundation of your series. They are your hook into episode 1. Then think about the order of your content. If a buyer lands on your strongest piece, what is the next question they are likely to ask? Put that link in a nice big fat button at the bottom of your screen. Then keep going until you get to the last episode in the series, and you're not going to be turning your site into a maze. You're actually going to be removing decisions that slow people down. This creates a few important outcomes. First, it helps the buyer feel steady. They do not have to guess where to go, and that sense of clarity matters in B2B because the stakes are higher. People are comparing tools, evaluating risk, talking to their teams, trying to feel confident about a choice that may affect their roadmap and their budgets for years. Second, it helps your sales team. When a prospect spends 15 minutes following a curated path, you can feel it in the questions they bring. They show up with more content. They move to deeper conversations faster. They skip all the parts that usually slow a meeting down. Third, it helps you. Instead of trying to publish on a schedule, you can spend your time upgrading the content that already works. Small revisions, better framing, clearer examples, and results that hopefully compound. There is research that supports this approach too. Content engagement rises when you reduce choice friction. Behavioral science calls this a choice architecture problem. In simple terms, people stick with guided journeys more than they stick with long menus. The fewer decisions someone has to make, the more likely they are to finish the journey. We also know buyers rarely read content in a straight line. They move horizontally, they compare, they skim, they're looking through a million things, they revisit. When you give them a curated path, that experience feels way more coherent to them. They feel like they're learning something useful, not just wandering through your blog archive. If you've been feeling unsure about your content and whether it's making an impact, this is a gentle and relatively easy place to start. You don't need to burn down your content calendar. You don't need 20 new posts. You just need a way to bring forward the work that you've already done and give it a home that matches how people buy. Like, package it up. Pick 3 or 4 strong pieces. Clean them up if you need to. Put the starting point in more places on your website. Add a short link at the end of each one that brings readers to the next article, PDF, whatever it is. And that alone can change how buyers experience your brand. Or, really simple, you can just package up all of your best content into a series in a nice looking PDF. And then it looks like you have something substantive to offer buyers, and you can get them to fill in a form to get them to download it. So that's helpful too. Your content is capable of doing more for you, and you already have most of the pieces. This approach simply helps people reach them in a way that feels natural and helpful. It gives you a clearer message, it gives buyers a clearer path, and it gives your sales team more informed prospects. You've already put real work into these ideas over the years. This method helps that work shine a little bit brighter. And if you need help with it, just send me an email, anthony@edifycontent.com. See you in the next one.